Vrinda Samandvitam Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Nityananda Saharitam Shri Nandanandanam Vande Shivarika Charanadayam Gopijana Smayutam Vrindavanam Manoharam Shri Gauranga Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Dara Shivasri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram. So this is Adhik Mas 2026. This is the first class of a group of 13 classes which are titled Manjari Nectar Katha, which are different subjects involving Radharani Saki manjaris. Radharani has 5 kinds of sakis. There are different names and different qualities. One's called Saki, one's called Nitya Saki, one's called Priya Saki, one's called Pran Saki, and it's Priya Narma Sakis. So the Nitya Sakis are also called manjaris, or kinkaris, or anucharanis, or maidservants, or dasis. They're like their sakis, so they have saki bhav, which means that all the sakis, not all the sakis, but the sakis connected intimately with Radharani are all involved in amorous ras, which is called rarity, intimate loving service to Krishna. And there's 2 different types of emotional attitudes of those sakis. One is called sambhogichatmika, that their very self, atmika, their very being, their very mind, their very existence is made of the desire to give Krishna intimate physical pleasure. Well, you can say transphysical, transcendental pleasure with their transcendental Satchidananda Siddha Sarups, Siddha Deyas. They're called Nitya Parishads, eternal associates with Krishna. So their desire is sambhogichatmika. Their itcha means desire. Their desire is to get sambhog. Sambhog means erotic, conjugal, amorous union with Krishna. Sambhog, complete delight. Sambhog means, sam means total, complete, bhog means happiness, enjoyment, delight. So the perfection of delight is the union of the Purusha with the Prakriti, or Shakti Man, or the union with Radha and Krishna, or the Gopis with Krishna. So this is called Madarati, or in the attitude of the desire of that Saki who's in Madarati with Krishna. It's called Sambhogichatmika. But there are also a group of Sakis that have a different emotional orientation towards Krishna. And Radharani is called Tad Bhavichatmika. Tad means, T-A-D means that. It almost sounds like that. T-A-D in Sanskrit means that. T-H-A-T. That bhav, they have, so this group of Sakis has the desire, itcha, to taste and experience the bhav, the feelings, the sentiments, the ecstasy, the joy that Radharani feels, or a particular gopi feels when she's offering her intimate seva to Krishna in amorous love. So it's a step down from the direct participation by not offering your body, but offering your heart and mind and bhav to Radharani generally. So the manjari category, which is Nitya Sakis, they're called Nitya Sakis or manjaris. They're generally, their mood is Tad Bhavichatmika, which they want to bring Radha and Krishna together in all kinds of enjoyable pastimes. Sambhog Leelas include everything. Whenever Radha and Krishna are enjoying together, it's called Sambhog Leela. Just like we have, there's 4 kinds of Leelas in separation. It's called Vira Leela, Vipralamba Leela, Vira Leela. And there's 4 varieties of that. What are they? Purvarag, Prema Vaichitya, Man, and Pravasarag. And also so that's called Leelas in separation. The lovers are not having union, not enjoying together. But then in Sambhog, that means enjoying together, complete enjoyment together. There's unlimited varieties. Juan Leela, Ras Leela, Ban Bihar, Jal Keli, Madhupan, means drinking honey wine, Madhupan, Pashakela, playing dice, Holy Leela, so many Leelas are there. Luki Leela, hide and seek Leela. So now I'm going to read from my notes about to give these classes on manjari, manjari nectar kata, and maybe I'll put it all together in a book someday, who knows. That's how it usually starts, with notes and collections and put it all together in a book. So the question can be asked, can everyone become a manjari? Because first of all, you have to understand some philosophical truths which are not very clearly understood. Because a loving relationship with Krishna, with the individual Jivatma, is not fixed. It's not fixed. Any Jivatma can have any loving relationship with Krishna. That's the first thing, which is the teachings of the 6 Goswamis and all the books of Krishna's Kaviraj and Narottam and everyone, Baladev Vidyabhushan. The Jivatma, the Vividamsa Jiva, the Tatastha Jiva, doesn't have any fixed rarity. He has his general characteristic is seva. Jivara Swarupaya Krishna Nityadas. So that das doesn't mean dasyarati, servitude. It doesn't mean vatsalyarati. It doesn't mean sakirati. It doesn't mean madhurati. It just means the srup. It says jivara srup. Srup means the constitutional nature, the eternal design, construction, function of a jivatma. A jivatma is service to Krishna. He's part of Krishna. Krishna tells in Gita, and was 7. Maharaj was Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta 7:15 or was that?
7:7 I think.
Well, 7:7 is Manusharam Sahasreshwar.
That 15:7.
7:15 I think. Mamayivam Sho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Snatanas, Manashastrani Indrani, Prakriti Sani Parsati. All living entities are part and parcel of Krishna. So that's their connection, they're part of Krishna. They're Krishna Shakti. What Shakti? The Jivas are Tatastha Shakti. What is their constitutional nature? What is their creation? What is their function? To serve. That's it. So that means any Jiva can become any Stairati. So because some people preach that the Stairati is fixed in the heart, it's not true. It's not true at all. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says, Brahmanda and the Sanatan Shiksha Madhyalila, Lord Chaitanya is teaching the Sanatan Goswami, he says, Brahmanda Brahma Tekon, Bhagavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai, Bhakti Lata Bija. So the seed of devotion means love towards Krishna in a particular mood. That seed is given by Krishna or Guru. Generally means the representative of Krishna as Guru. It says Guru Krishna Prasad. It's Prasad of Krishna because Krishna, in the heart of the Guru, inspires the Guru to initiate something. That's it. So the Guru is representing Krishna. That's why the Guru is called Krishna Kripa Murti. Krishna Kripa Murti. He's a Murti of Krishna's mercy. So Krishna, in the heart of the Guru, inspires the Guru. This is a nice story. Give them the Bhakti Lata Bija. Bhakti Altavija creates a Bhakti Vasana, the desire to serve Krishna. Because before that you're not doing any service to Krishna, nothing. Sometimes, rarely, people, they have purva samskaras, which means impressions from previous life, they carry over to this life, where they gravitate towards bhakti and start serving Krishna without guru. We meet many people like that. You may be sitting here like that yourself. You started serving Krishna before you got initiated. I was like that. Most people were like that. But that's this life. But that doesn't mean you didn't have a guru last life. And the samskara is there, and you're continuing this life. That verse in 6th chapter of Gita, verse 44 proves that. It says, Purvabhyasena. Purvabhyasena Ridya Avyavasho. Automatically, a jiva starts practicing the spiritual activities that they did in the last life. Purvabhyasena. Purva means prior life, abhyasena. Abhyas means spiritual sadhana. So for some reason, you say, you go to the temple and then you get bees, you start chanting. You don't have a guru, you haven't met a guru, haven't taken the picture. You read Gita, you offer your sarva, your food, you get posters of Krishna, plaster them up on your wall and stuff. And now you're an unofficial Hare Krishna. You come to Sunday feast, tank up, big, fill your tank, and then jump around the kirtan, and hear a class, fall asleep, go home. And after some time, maybe you get initiated. So that's all samskaras. So the question is asked, can everyone become a manjari?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes.
Nanddas Babaji says yes by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Is this true or not true? But when he explains why yes, he cites a verse from Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natik. Who wrote that?
Prabodhananda Saraswati.
Prabodhananda Saraswati. Don't answer so bad. In Act 5, or Act 10, I'm not sure which, Act 5 or 10, I think it's the last act, verse 72 and 73. There's a verse there in Sanskrit, because Prabhupada Saraswati, he wrote in Sanskrit, as far as I know. Mahaprabhu tells Srinath Chakravarti, Siddhanath, Vaitaprabhu. I am always absorbed in my pastimes in Vrindavan. I will give you all spiritual bodies to join me there. So, Anandadas, he explains this verse in his commentary, and so I discussed it with my guru, and it's like, it's not, let me explain the verse more. He said, the verse actually only says that Lord Chaitanya will take his associates, the eternal associates, away from Dwarka and Vaikuntha. It doesn't say that it'll give Manjari Bhav to all. So it doesn't say Manjari Bhav. But Nandas probably used this verse to say this verse proves that, because he said, I'll take you all away from here and give you spiritual bodies in Vrindavan. They already have. Nityananda is already a Naga Manjari. Vaita is already Sambhara Manjari and Rati Manjari and different identities. So it doesn't make any sense. I'll give you stated as. It doesn't say, I'll give the Manjari Bhav. So my guru commented, he said, this is not really true, but it's innocent. It's a sweet exaggeration. It's like a pep talk. In other words, the idea is everyone can become manjari because Anantas Babaji Maharaj's wish and desire is everybody can become manjari because they don't have a sthairati. So that's why you were saying yes, because it's true, one sense. But this verse is not the praman to prove that. The praman to prove it is that the jiva doesn't have a sthairati. That's established by Sandarbhas and everywhere in the Goswami books. We're conditioned so we don't have any strong relationship with Krishna. We fell from the spiritual world and all that. It's not reality. So, how do you get that Siddha? And then my Guru cited verses to prove how rare it is. Like verse 7.3 of Gita, which is what?
Manushanam sahasreshu kaschid yadati siddhi
Yatnamapi siddhanam kasyanam. He said, Krishna is saying, 7th chapter of Gita, verse 3, 1,000 people endeavor for perfection, hardly one knows Krishna. So not everyone can become manjari. There was another verse in, where is it? 7:19. Bahunam
janmanamante jnanamam prapadyate
Vasudeva Saranti Samahava. So Krishna says it's very rare, Sudurlama, that anyone knows me in truth and surrenders what to speak. And then there's a verse in 6th canto Bhagavatam, chapter 14, verse 5. Muktanam.
Muktanam siddhanam.
Go ahead.
Muktanam siddhanam vasudeva parayana.
Anyway, your hard drives were not working today. Have to give it a tap. Anyways, these verses prove this very rare. So, to become a Lord Narayan Bhakta, that's what the verse says, Narayana Parayana. To become a devotee of Narayan is very rare. Millions of, it says, Koti, it says, Koti Mahamuni. Millions of great munis, hardly one becomes a Narayan Bhakta. What to speak of a Krishna Bhakta, what to speak of a Radha Krishna Bhakta, what to speak of a manjari. So how many, manjaris are walking down the street right now in Vrindavan? Not too many. So you should understand, it's very rare. Basically, it's only by kripa. It's by mercy of Rag Bhakta. Someone who's in Manjari Bhav favors you and you get the mercy. So, this idea of Siddha Pranali, where a guru tells the 11 symptoms of the Siddha Swarup of the Jivatma in the rarity, and particularly in Gaudiya Sampradaya, generally the gurus are giving the rarity of Madhurati, and they're also giving Gopi Swarup, Manjari Swarup. There's a letter in Prabhupada's letter books where someone asked Prabhupada, are all the acharyas in our parampara, are they all manjaris? Prabhupada said, for the most part, they're all manjaris. 6 Goswamis are all manjaris, Bhakti Siddhanta is a manjari, Gaura Kishore is a manjari, Jagannath Das Babaji is a manjari, confirmed. Gaura Kishore is a manjari, Bhaktivinoda is a manjari. So Narottam Das and everyone they have in their line, they call their parampara, ISKCON, they're all manjaris. So that's a given fact. So one can ask the question, what is the value of knowing my manjari ID? Identification. About having knowledge of your individual spiritual form, your seva, your complexion, your dress, your ornaments, your kunja, your place of residence, who is your Yuteshwari. Although it's only theoretical at the practice stage, and we haven't seen it, you don't see it until Level Baba, although you get some glimpses of it during meditation, some perception of it, some feeling of it, and some visions of it, depending on the mercy that you get. By meditating on your own individual Siddha and your Guru Day Siddha, and while remembering Radha Krishna's Astakaya Lila, it's practice. It creates this Siddha Pranali Diksha creates a sense of belonging to the spiritual world and the intimate associates of Radha and Krishna and Vrindavan. You start thinking and identifying, yes, I'm one of them. I'm such and such manjari. Rupa Manjari knows that I'm so-and-so, calls me so-and-so manjari. And Rati Manjari calls me so-and-so manjari. Hey, Tulsi Manjari, hey, Navadasi, come do your seva. Come make this flower go and come paint these chandan designs on Radharani's forehead. Come put Radharani's kajal on. You start feeling, yes, you start thinking, identifying, yes, I'm one of them. I'm such and such manjari. I'm under the guidance of my Guru Saki. My chief manjari, my chief Saki is so-and-so, Lita Vishaka. I'm doing this seva or that seva or another seva, or assisting or I'm directly nourishing and it's helping Radha Krishna's pastimes and pleasure. I will eternally serve with all these sakis and manjaris in Brajadam someday. This creates great ashabandha. Ashabandha means hope. Hope, this is my future. This is my reality. This is my go-to, my bucket list. I'm going there, would be with these gopis in this seva in the spiritual world. It becomes tangible, it becomes feelable, it becomes within the reach. It's not some imagination, not some speculation. It's a reality. By knowing my personal Yuteshwari, my main manjari and Guru Saki, and my individual family lineage of Guru Sakis, beginning with Vishaka to Tulsi, Rati Manjari, my Guru Devi, it further strengthens the sense of belonging and being there in the spiritual realm. Any question on this point? Yeah.
So when the devotee gets the Siddha before they have bath, is this Siddha, is this like the actual Sarup that the Guru sees, or is it something?
What she said? What she said? I can't understand what she said. Is this what?
Is this Deha Guru actually sees before giving to the
actual
disciple?
Sarup, or is it just something that's?
It's not imagination.
Yeah, that's what my question is.
The question is asked, is the Siddha the Guru gives real or fake?
Before bow.
But was your idea that he gives a training song?
Like a training Sarup, yeah. I don't know.
I know.
That's my last one.
Nice question. It's maybe I misled you by saying it's theoretical. Means it's not imagination. It's real, but it hasn't been seen yet. Because the Guru that gets Siddha is trained by his Guru, who was trained by his Guru, who was trained by his Guru. So then the question is, how does different Gurus give an answer to how they realize the Siddha? Basically, the Siddha is realized by the Guru by a process of prayer, meditation, and descendant of mercy. That's why it's called Nali. Pranali means a channel, a line like outside your house there's a drain. We call it drain, street drain. It's called in Hindi. It's called a Nali. So Pranali means the line, the channel of perfection. So your Guru has the Guru is his Guru Saki, his Guru Saki. It goes back to Nitai or Gadadhar or Dvaita in their Saki manjari forms, Saki or manjari forms. So this is a channel that the revelation comes down from them. They see the spiritual body and it's passed down to the Guru through meditation, through revelation. That's how it works. So the Siddha the Guru gives you is there in the spiritual world eternally. It's not created, it's not manufactured, it's already there. It's kind of like different acharyas explain it in a different way. It's conscious, it's not called jalarup. Jalarup means stone-like, unconscious. It's fully conscious, but it's like dormant, it's just like, no, it's like, sometimes some acharyas say, it's like a flower vase on an altar. Flower vase is decorating the altar. It has color and design and balance and shape and enhances the beauty of the murtis that are next to it. So the siddhas in the spiritual world are beautifying the spiritual world. Those manjaris are there, but they're just kind of like, sometimes they say they're like paintings, sometimes they, one acharya, it was kind of funny, but we commented on it. He said they're like shiny new cars in a parking lot. Like you go to a car dealer, there's 200 new cars in the parking lot. And so when they're not moving until someone comes with keys and puts them in. So they're dormant, but they have potential to ride and move. They need a key, so the spiritual bodies are there. When they're given to a jiva, the liberated soul attains prema. I mean, they're given to someone. When the person gets prema, they enter that body. The soul enters that body and serves there in the spiritual world. That one you're meditating on. There's no difference. What you meditate is what you get. There's so many verses in Bhagavatam that describe that principle. Well, they sometimes say it's like a coat hanging on a hanger or something. You put it on, it's you, and anywhere it fits perfectly. Yeah, Baba.
My Guru, they said that before Diksha, you're like a caterpillar, and during the process, you're like a cocoon, and then at praying, you become a butterfly.
Okay. That's an interesting idea.
So the cocoon is it's not moving, but a lot of stuff's going on inside of it.
Okay. So everything in spirituality works on the basis of faith and endeavor and mercy. So these three things, Shraddha and Sadhana and Kripa, they all work together. The one is missing. This whole story of Yashoda and Damodar illustrates the point. What was she doing? She was doing sadhana to die of Krishna, and she didn't get its success in her sadhana until she got mercy of Krishna. He allowed her to tie her up. Thousands of ropes couldn't do it. Finally, she took a rope from her hair. She had tied a rope with her hair. She tied her up. So this is the idea. So we're still discussing this point about the value of getting Siddha. One feels, I am Radharani's personal maidservant. I belong to Radharani. Radharani is mine, and I am Radharani's eternally. My real eternal life is not here, but there in Goloka Vrindavan with Radha Govinda Yuga. These are very positive and purifying spiritual thoughts. While passing and moving through the day, we can sometimes pause. And remember our individual spiritual identities. This remembrance will act to purify our ego and pacify the mind. Such meditation creates very hopeful, positive, and happy sensations within the heart. I'll repeat that. Such meditation on what?
Siddha, thinking that I belong to Radharani. My life is with Radharani.
Such meditation on your individual Siddha as a manjari will create very hopeful, positive, happy sensations within the heart. Whenever one reads or remembers Radha Krishna Astakaya Lila, now, after receiving Pranali Diksha, by virtue of Siddha Pranali Diksha, when we really feel an intimate and real connection, and a strong sense of being part of it, not just as a reader or an observer, but now you are an active participant, while humbly and attentively serving Radha and Krishna in their most intimate leelas, in the most unique and personal, confidential ways. These are all my realizations. I'm just sharing. While reading Leela Granth, what's Leela Granth?
Bhavana Satsangraha.
Granth means Grantha, like we say, Guru Grantha Sahib. We describe the holy book of the Sikhs. It's called Guru Grantha Sahib. What does Sahib mean?
It's master.
So it's Granth means holy book. Means the sacred book, Grantha. So the Guru, we say you should read the Goswami Granthas. Means the books of the Goswamis. So what do they say?
Leela Grantha.
Yeah, so we should when you read books about Astakaya Leela, the Siddha Pranali Sadhaka will manjari will imagine that I'm in my manjari through, and I'm also there with Radha and Krishna and the Sakhi manjaris. And I'm meditating on one's Siddha and performing Manasi seva in my mind. By doing this, it will bring one great feelings of security, reassurance, hope, and accomplishment. Security, reassurance, hope, and accomplishment. Also, while chanting japa with my manjari identity helps one to become absorbed in the Nam, Rup, Guna, and Leelas of Radha and Krishna. Prabhupada Saraswati says, Radha's manjaris are so... Oh, that's not a point, excuse me. Well, these notes are crazy notes. Crazy guy, crazy notes. That's from some other entry. So that's about
Siddha
the value of knowing my Siddha identity. What are some of the positive experiences of knowing my Siddha? What time is it?
4:39.
Okay. I want some water. Is the manjari's topic, we can say, is the manjari's relationship with Krishna and Radharani. The first point, which is a big issue in the material world, trust. Especially in this age we're living in, it's called Kali Yuga. In Satyuga, people were predominated and controlled by Dharma. And Dharma is personified or embodied in the form of a cow and a bull. And the cow has 4 legs. The 4 legs represent 4 spiritual religious qualities. What are they?
Satyam, Dharma, Satyam, Daya, Tapas, Saucham.
Satyam, Dayam, Tapas, Shocham. These are the 4 legs of Dharma. Truth, trust, truth, Satyam, honesty. Then Dayam, compassion, love, care. And Tapas. Austerity, fasting, controlling the senses, controlling the mind, living an austere life, and not being abusive or intrusive, abusive to others or intrusive to nature or intrusive to other people's freedom and space. This is called tapa. And the 4th quality of Dharma is
Saucham.
Cleanliness, Shocham. Shocham means living in Sattvagun, means being a vegetarian. This is clean life, clean mind. A non-vegetarian person, his mind is full of murderous ideas and murderous feelings. To kill another living entity means you're a murderer. There used to be a t-shirt that young people would wear in the 1970s. I think it was a quotation from some philosopher from the 18th century, I forget who it was. It said, my stomach is not a graveyard. I forget it was, some guy I forget, some guy from the 18th, 19th century. Your stomach should not be a graveyard, for dead bodies. So, now we have this Kali Yuga, there's nothing left except trust, and that's where is trust. Fact checker. Fact checkers on the internet. No one, this is called fake news. No one knows who to trust. No one knows what the truth is. Mercy is totally gone in Kali Yuga. Cleanliness is totally gone. And tapasya, tapa is totally gone. And there's only one leg left in Kali Yuga, and it's like 3/4 gone. Truth. There's all kinds of fake news and cartoon news and, and everyone's telling, everyone on the internet is telling, I'm telling you the real truth. The way you cure cancer is eat garlic. The way you cure cancer is green tea. The way you cure cancer is, suck your fingernails or something. Everybody's telling the truth. And nobody knows what they're talking about. Everybody's a fool, basically. So this first point we want to talk about is the trust that Radharani feels for the manjari. The trust is such an intimate, such a beautiful thing, such a rare thing, such a special thing, quality. The relationship between Radharani and her sakis is full of trust, total trust. It's called Vishramba. There's absolutely no rivalry or jealousy. The example that's given is in the Mahabharata of the Pandavas. The Pandavas were 5 Kshatriyas, 5 husbands with 1 wife. But no Pandava was ever jealous of another Pandava. And they took turns. There was 1 wife, Draupadi, and she had 5 husbands. She would live a month. I don't know how it worked out, 1 to 1.
Year, I think.
She would live 1 year with 1 husband and 1 year with another husband. But they were never jealous of each other. And this is one of the things that Duryodhana tried to create jealousy, to create animosity. Because one way to defeat an enemy is to get the enemy to kill each other. You don't kill them, they kill each other. So you can create jealousy among Arjuna and Bhima. Maybe Arjuna will kill Bhima. And then someone else will get jealous, and that person will kill Arjuna, and then they'll kill each other by jealousy. So he tried to do that. Duryodhana tried everything he could to destroy the Pandavas. But Krishna was on their side, he couldn't do it. So this is an example of trust. They truly trust each other. There is no jealousy. So in Ushanila Mani, 13th chapter, 104th verse, Rupa Goswami tells a Saki. Rupa Manshi tells one Saki. She said, listen Saki, I just saw Radharani. She affectionately was in the kunja, affectionately wiping. Rupa Manshi told Lalita Saki. Told the Saki of Lalita. Lalita was because she wanted to glorify the relation. She wanted to point out to Rupa Manjari wanted to describe the relationship between between Radharani and Lita, the intimacy, the trust. So Radharani affectionately wipes the perspiration from Lalita's face, even though she was enjoying pastimes with Krishna on Govardhan Hill. So Lalita was intimately enjoying with Krishna, and Radharani entered the kunja to wipe the perspiration from her face. So that means no jealousy.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? They're sharing the same lover, just like Draupadi shared 5 lovers. The five Pandavas shared one lover. There was no jealousy among them. So now in Krishna, Radharani and other gopis can be jealous of each other because there's one lover, Krishna, and they're all sharing it. But there's no jealousy. But Radharani serving the most intimate time when you would be most jealous. So it's inconceivable. This shows the trust that Radharani and Lita have share with each other. So why then, if Radharani trusts, so that's just one point about trust. What time is it now?
4:49.
Okay, I'll get some more. So now the next point I want to discuss is the intimate position of the manjaris. Why does Radharani feel embarrassed when she's in front of her own sakis, like the Lita Mishaka? Although both the manjaris and her sakis, like Asa sakis, are all sakis, Radharani still feels embarrassed because the sakis, like Asa sakis, are also lovers of Krishna. And they're fully aware of what's happening in the kunja. However, Radharani doesn't feel any embarrassment before the manjaris because they're a little younger, a little more naive. They're not sharing Krishna intimately. It's an emotion about. Thus, compared with the sakis, Lita Vishaka, etc., the manjaris are superior in intimacy with Radharani. Raghunath Das This quotes a verse from Milal Manjari, verse 38. No, Brajavila Stava, verse 38, and Milal Manjari 92. He says, Saki Nam Lajja. The word Lajja means shy. Radha feels very shy before the sakis. The sakis are intimate with Radharani, but the manjaris are very intimate. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I have to sometimes read it before I speak it. No, we can't just go blindly reading everything. Usha Nilamani, chapter 13, verse 100. Lita serves Radharani as she tells Siddha. She says, "Oh, Krishangi." Oh, Well, no, she's speaking to Krishna. Oh, Krishna ji, when will Kadaham Sevasye? When will I serve Radharani by fanning her with a cluster of flower buds as Radharani lies on your lap on the terrace on the Kunja, fragrant with lotuses from the Yamuna, in the Yamuna. At that time, Radharani's hair will emanate a fragrance of blossoming malvi flowers, and her eyes will be closed in blissful sleep. This is called Radharani's embarrassment. During Radha Krishna's pastimes, the sakis giggle and also the manjaris giggle. But why is Radharani not embarrassed in front of the manjaris as she is in front of the sakis? I already said that.
They're giggling for different reasons.
There are many answers to this. My guru explained to me this point. He said there is a certain competitive spirit between Radharani and her sakis, although they are also her heart's friends. But the manjaris are younger in age than the sakis, so their quote giggling is different than the sakis. Since their understanding of Radha Krishna's intimate exchanges is more childlike and innocent than the sakis, there's a big psychological difference between an 11-year-old girl and a 14-year-old girl. So who are the 11-year-old girls?
Manjaris,
Who are the 14-year-old girls?
sakis,
How old is Radharani?
40 to 15. 14 years, 2 months, 15.
Radharani is 14 years, 2 months, 15 days. So those 3 years are big. Big psychological changes. 11 and 14, also physical. Now, loyalty of the manjaris. We got more time?
55.
Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Page 4. It's good.